Okay, people, I'm not going to show the order, but we're going to talk about this order. This order was filed on May 17th, 2023. Now, before I get into the details of talking about what was contained in this court order, we're going to just, I'm a freestyle, I'm a flow a little bit for y'all. Okay, originally this action was filed against the United States on April 13th, 2023. When this action was filed, we submitted a complaint to the United States Court of Federal Claims, and we also submitted evidence in the form of exhibits. Those exhibits consisted of emails back and forth from Moses to the Department of Justice, okay, and to the U.S. attorneys, and also to the FBI Columbus, Ohio field office, okay? So we have all of that documented, okay? We have all of that documented, and we submitted that to them, okay? So we submitted that, all that evidence with our complaint. Now let me just sidestep for a minute and stutter step. When we were in their courts, okay, and we were knocking at the door to get help for everything that was being done to prevent things from getting worse, we were told no, no, no. We were continued to be abused in the courts. We were continued to be targeted. We were continued to be financially stole from, and shortly thereafter, Moses had to file bankruptcy. Okay, because of everything that these people was doing. So it forced us to go to the United States Supreme Court. When we went to the United States Supreme Court, we did a writ of certiorari, and that's something that you have to do in order to be heard at the United States Supreme Court. With all the fees that was involved and all of everything that needed to be paid for with the writ of certiorari, it was about $2,500. So it costed us about $2,500 to even, present that to the U.S. Supreme Court. Because of everything that we had to do, we had to create booklets. We had to create 25 little booklets, and we had to do all this stuff. So we was in compliance with all of their rules, and we did everything by the book, nice and tidy. Okay. Now, shortly, what happened after that is the people who we put the writ of certiorari against, the people who we were filing the suit against in the United States Supreme Court. What they did was they didn't answer. They didn't file the answer. So the writ of certiorari was uncontested. Okay? It was uncontested, and we identified that there was a split circuit decision. Okay? And since there was a split circuit court decision, they were obligated to take the case. Okay? They were obligated to take the case. And they didn't. They denied the writ of certiorari. Okay, so they basically said, fuck what y'all talking about, whatever. And they supposed to be the highest Supreme Court law. They supposed to be the highest Supreme Court of the land, law of the land. So they denied us. So we went through the circuit court. We went through the district court. Okay. We went through the circuit court, and then we went from the circuit court to the United States Supreme Court. Got nowhere. Everybody said no, 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 no. So whoever this intrinsic factor is that's behind the scenes controlling all of this stuff, they was able to prevent justice even up to the United States Supreme Court. They didn't do nothing for us. They didn't care. And we continued to be abused, continued to be gang stalked, continued to be stole from, continued to be lied on, and continued to be put in a position where we couldn't earn any money for ourselves. So shortly thereafter, Moses had to file bankruptcy. Moses had to file bankruptcy while his YouTube channel was raking in millions and millions and millions and millions of views, and he wasn't getting no advertisement revenue from that because they wasn't allowing him. They wasn't allowing them, and they doing that same thing to me right now. They don't pay me nothing for for none of the videos on my Deception Stoppers channel, even though a lot of them are monetized. Most of them are monetized. They just wasn't sending me nothing. They just decided, oh, we not gonna give them nothing. Okay, so whoever these same, intrinsic factor is behind the scenes. So this is what they decided. So what we did today is we demonetized all our videos. We took all the ads off because they ain't gonna make no free money off of me and sit there and just steal it and not pay. So we just demonetized everything so everybody could watch the videos freely without advertisements. Anyway, getting back to this. We went through all their courts. We dealt with their FBI. We dealt with their DOJ. We dealt with their U.S. Supreme Court, and they did nothing. And then Moses was still allowed to be murdered. Okay. And then they covered it up, lying, talk about heart complications. All that shit was organized. They did not properly acknowledge him. They didn't put nothing in the media about his death. And they just kept it on, swept it under the rug or whatever like that, okay? And then they put him on Google as a YouTuber when he was a language instructor. Moses was a foreign language instructor who could speak upwards 67 languages, and they didn't even acknowledge none of that, okay? They didn't acknowledge none of that, them jealous bastards. So anyway, getting back to this, we gave them all the evidence, and then the court ordered for the Department of Justice to submit their answer to our complaint by June 19th. And on May 17th, which was about a month and some days away from April 13th, the day we filed the complaint, these people turned around and this judge issued an order. And when he issued an order, he said, I'm staying the case. I'm staying the response for the Department of Justice. So he told the Department of Justice, do not answer the complaint until we tell you to. So until we issue an order telling you when to respond to the complaint, don't respond. And here's why. They allege that they're not sure if they have subject matter jurisdiction or jurisdiction over what's cited in the complaint, but they do. They do, because we bought our action primarily under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution for redress of grievances. They have subject matter jurisdiction over the Constitution. Anything that fall under the Constitution, that court has jurisdiction over, okay? And they know that, okay? So they just use that as an excuse. So then shortly thereafter, they said, just don't respond to the complaint because we're not sure if we have jurisdiction. And see, this is what I think would happen. When they got down to the meat of the matter and they looked at all the evidence and they looked up all the case numbers, you know what I'm saying? When they looked up all of that, they said, fuck. They said, oh my God, because in all of those cases, we invoked the United States Constitution in every last lawsuit we ever had, whether it was in the Court of General Jurisdiction, which is state court, or whether it was in a federal court or a circuit court. We always invoked that Constitution, okay? We always did that because we knew at the end of the day that if they didn't decide to do the right thing at any point in this, that the liability was going to be on the United States, which it is. So that's why we did what we did. So they stayed the response to the Department of Justice because there's nothing to say. This order right here that was filed May 17th, this order was telling the Department of Justice, don't say nothing yet, don't say nothing yet, don't say nothing yet, because they have nothing to say. We got a mountain and a boatload of evidence. Okay, we got a mountain and a boatload of evidence. There's nothing to say. They're fully liable. The girl went to jail. She worked for the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security. We got the bitch's FBI email. We got the bitch's Department of Homeland Security badge. We got everything. Okay? And we know Moses was killed. And we know that bitch is in jail. Okay? So since all of those facts is out there, they got a fucking mess. And furthermore, let me put some gravy on top of these mashed potatoes. Furthermore, Judge John Tucci and Judge Douglas Leroy Reyes at the Arizona District Court, they denied my injunction, which would have protected me from abuse. Okay, and I was enduring abuse during this lawsuit here. So after April 13th, I endured more abuse. Okay, on April 20th, when all those police officers came in the courtroom, came in the Arizona Superior Court serving me an injunction that was filed against me, and that was upheld to be filed against me, but I couldn't get my injunction. I couldn't get my injunction in the federal court. That's a violation of equal protection of law. These bitches is out of their mind. So what ended up happening was we put all the case numbers for John Tucci and Douglas Leroy Reyes on there, so all that's evidence. Okay, all of that is evidence. All of them bitches is criminals. All of them bitches is going to jail. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. They're all going to jail. They're all going to jail. So this man didn't know what to do. This judge didn't know what to do. And he stayed the answer from the Department of Justice. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to say. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to do. There's no defense for what was done. And the court definitely have subject matter jurisdiction over this. The court has jurisdiction, and we going to prove it to you. We gonna prove it to you. Soon as I switch this slide over, we gonna show you that they have jurisdiction. They know they have jurisdiction. They just don't know what to do because they ain't never seen no shit like this before. They like, damn, we ain't never seen no shit like this before. What we gonna do? What is we gonna do? You're going to do what you're supposed to do. You're going to honor that Constitution, and you're going to pay those damages. That's what the fuck you going to do. And you're going to go get all these motherfuckers that contravene the heart of the United States Constitution and their judicial codes of conduct and their oath of offices. Okay? They tried to make those oath of offices not have meaning. We're going to restore the meaning in these oath of offices. Okay, and we're going to restore the meanings of this United States Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. Okay, and this is going to be a fine, beautiful, unprecedented example for all these courts and all these judges that think that they can just do what they want to do in violation of their oath of office. All of everybody that was involved with violating and operating in concert against Moses and I in any way, shape, or form, they're done. They're done. They're done. If you violated your oath of office, bye-bye. Because that's part of the deal, too. And like I said, money, there was so much done that you can't, it's no longer a checkbook matter. Okay? There's no amount of money that can pay for what these people did. They have to be ripped away from their families. And they have to be placed in jail like Renee is. Okay? They have to get that. That's a part of it. They have to get that. You're not gonna put no money in front of me and say, okay, go have a good life. No, bitch. I need blood. That's what the fuck I need. Okay, I need green money and red money too. And that red money is them people's lives being taken away from them for all this bullshit, all this pain I had to endure, all this fucking years of work, and all the suppression of my assets, defamation of my name, and all this shit, and murdering my brother, along with many other family members that I didn't even tell y'all about. Okay, they just been doing what they want to do. So now it's time for the United States government to do what they have to do. They have to honor that Constitution. That's it, and that's all. So, I can understand that he issued the order and stayed their response, because there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. Whatever you say, you're going to sound and look like a goddamn fool. You're going to sound and look like a fool, and then you're in front of the whole world, because the whole world is watching this, okay? You're going to show the whole world that you're violating this Constitution and that you contravene in the heart of this Constitution. And we not going to stand for that. We not having it. It's going to be a big fucking nasty, trifling ass uproar. They need to do what they need to do, and they need to shut this shit down. They need to take these people to jail, and that's it. Okay, and it needs to be a beautiful example to the citizens and to the nationals of our country that there is some integrity in our government. They need to understand that. That needs to be shown as an example. Okay? Because right now, this shit is looking real skullduggery. Okay? And I'm telling you, they have to honor that Constitution. And I want my apology from Congress. I want to stand before Congress, and I want my apology from them. Okay? And I don't want to pay no fucking taxes in this fucking country ever. Not a day in my life. My children, my fucking nieces, none of them is paying taxes in this fucking country. They ain't paying no federal taxes in this fucking country, and no state taxes. They ain't getting shit for all this shit that was done. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Very unprecedented. And that's exactly what we going to get. And that's exactly how they going to fix what they did. They can't fully fix it because they can't bring Moses back. But they allow a fucking plot to go down and then had a nerve to cover it up. And they going to take that shit off Google, and they're going to take that fucking shit off Google. You're going to tell people that he was murdered, and you're going to tell people that he was a martyr, and you're going to tell people that he was a foreign language instructor. That's what the fuck you going to do. Talking about a YouTuber. YouTuber my ass. Moses was incredible, and he was a gem, and they stole him from his children, and they stole him from me, because the rest of the family, they don't give a fuck. So that's what it is. Okay, my beautiful and brave and lovely. Okay, people, let's get right into this. Now, what you're looking at here, this is the website for the United States Court of Federal Claims. uscfc.uscourts.gov/about court. Okay? Let's get into this and let's see what this court has jurisdiction over. Let's see what this court is all about. Let's read what they have written on their website. Okay, let's start at about the court. Okay. The United States Court of Federal Claims is a court of record with national jurisdiction. The United States Court of Federal Claims was created in October of 1982 by the Federal Courts Improvement Act pursuant to Article 1 of the United States Constitution. The court consists of 16 judges nominated by the President and confirmed by the Senate for a term of 15 years. After 1982, the court retained all the original jurisdiction of the Court of Claims and continues uninterrupted, a judicial tradition more than 140 years old. The court has since been given new equitable jurisdiction in the area of bid protests, as well as jurisdiction in vaccine compensation. The Court of Federal Claims is authorized to hear primarily money claims founded upon the Constitution, federal statutes, executive regulations, or contracts, express or implied in fact, with the United States. Okay? Many cases before the court involve tax refund suits, an area in which the court exercises concurrent jurisdiction with the United States District Courts. The cases generally involve complex factual and statutory construction issues in tax law. Another aspect of the court's jurisdiction involves government contracts. It was within the public contracts jurisdiction that the court was given new equitable authority in late 1996. In recent years, the court's Fifth Amendment taking jurisdiction has included many cases raising environmental and natural resources issues. Another large category of cases involves civilian and military pay claims. In addition, the court hears intellectual property, Indian tribe, and various statutory claims against the United States by individuals, domestic and foreign corporations, states and localities, Indian tribes and nations, and foreign nationals and governments. While many cases pending before the court involve claims potentially worth millions or even billions of dollars, the court also efficiently handles numerous smaller claims. Its expertise in recent years has been seen as its ability to efficiently handle large, complex, and often technical litigation. So with that being said, the court has jurisdiction over our claims without a doubt, without a shadow of doubt, and this supports that. Okay? Okay.
Okay, so there was a gift that was meant to be gifted to you, but there was people around you that were so greedy that refused to give you this gift. But whatever was taken from you, confirmation with this notification is definitely guaranteed to come right back to you. Gain and reservation in the reverse. So something that at one point was reserved for you is no longer reserved for a specific time. This is going to be something that comes in sporadic, like a sudden surprise out of the blue, right? Because I feel as though you had a lot of karmic energies who were indulging in whatever this money or this gift was. Spirit said it was a gift. So you had a lot of people dipping their toes and their fingers and their big ass greedy hands picking up piles and piles of this abundance to use it for their own selfish needs, right? But now these people are facing nightmares, right? Because they made a vow to sacrifice you so that they could continue to harvest, so that they could continue to receive this abundance, this beautiful energy. But what they failed to realize is that you would have never been a donation to the divine, and it was a trap that they set for their damn self the entire time. Now, these people that wanted to bully you into submission, into some type of confinement, they are now being bullied into some type of trap here. And this trap, when I say they wanted to sacrifice you, but literally now they're the sacrifice. This shit, literally, there's evidence about what these people did to you. Oh my goodness, I seen the death card earlier. Literally, there's endings going on in these people's life, and they're fucking stressed the fuck out about this shit. Because they know that whatever the fuck they did, whatever negative intentions they set out for you, the shit is backfiring, and there's nothing that they can do to stop it. See, they thought that you were all love and light, but now that this shit is backfiring, they feel like you didn't fucking sense back some spells. Yeah, origin and reverse. They feel like you're some type of alien. Like, they don't know. Literally, eventually, they feel like you literally come from a different planet. They feel like you've traveled. You feel me, from a different realm, a different world. Period. It made Earth your home. I promise you not. These people feel like you're from a different planet. They don't know what the fuck types, I heard it's surreal. They don't know what type of powers you got because you're blessed. It's like, it's not meant for these people to know what the fuck is blessed or meant for you, because these people trying to sacrifice you, and now they got to go on their own journey. And as they're going on their own journey, y'all heard to death, wow, you're going to be going down this yellow brick road. So you're going to be going down this golden path while they're going down this dark path. It makes sense with this blessing energy, because these people literally wanted to sacrifice you. This shit is sad. Now the same people that wanted to use you or make you a puppet for the devil, now they're puppets for the devil. That's something. Natural disaster. This is what they cause for themselves. And there's evidence about this shit. I feel like y'all already know about.
Hello, my beautiful people. I'm not done yet. This is the Department of Justice Notice of Appearance. The United States Department of Justice has entered their Notice of Appearance as of June 1st, 2023. And we have been notified on June 1st that they have retained their counsel. Okay, now, like I said, they was originally supposed to file their answer by June 19th, but it got stayed on May 17th. It got stayed. Okay, because there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say for all of what was done. They did way too much. Okay, so this attorney here, if she's going to have to file an answer, if they force her to file an answer, and if they don't settle this claim, and they force her to file an answer, it's going to be very, very interesting It's going to be very, very interesting. I'm just sitting back like a kid in the candy store. I can't wait to see what that answer is going to say. I can't even imagine what they would even say in that answer. I can't even I can't even fathom what they're gonna say. Okay, we know that they have jurisdiction. We seen their website. We read they about the court on their website and everything. So we gotta see. We gonna see what they gonna say. Now, and all of the people who thought they was being cute, denying our lawsuits, throwing out our lawsuits unconstitutionally. You see what I'm saying? The joke is on them now. Okay, because these people gonna turn around and go get them. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. They eyes can shine and they teeth can grip, but escaping this bullshit ain't never going to happen. So that's what it is. That's what it is. This is going to be very interesting. We're going to talk about this right here. And for all of you, before you go in the comment section and say, why didn't you cover up your address, or why didn't you cover up, because I don't live there. That's just a mailbox for me. That's just a mailing address. So I don't care who have it. If you want to send me a love letter, you can do that too. But anyway, I want to talk about this. This is relative to that. This is very relevant to the situation with Edwin Castro, because this is the bank that all that money was supposed to go in. So they got mad at me because I exposed the shit, and they said, "Oh, well, we don't want you having an account here no more." And they made up this bullshit ass reason, and they shut down my debit card and everything. But I got plenty of banks. You see what I'm saying? So I was so unbothered by what they did. But what they did was they fell right into a trap, because they gave me this evidence to show that they closed my account and there was no issues. There was no reason for the account to be closed. There was plenty of money in the account, and I took out all the money and I left a penny in there. And they tried to get me to take it all out when I was at the bank. She was like, just take it all out. I said, nope. I want to leave a penny in there. And she had this crazy ass look on her face like, why is you leaving a penny in there? So they probably thought they was being cute when they sent this check for a penny. And they fell right into the fucking trap, because I that's the whole purpose of why I left that penny in there, because I knew they had to send this cashier's check. And this is going to support the reason why there was no adequate reason why they closed this account. Okay, there was no reason, and they closed it because they was mad because Edwin Castro, he didn't get that fucking money to put in their bank. They gonna show him walking out of Chase with an envelope. Like, that's convincing. That motherfucker ain't got no money. He didn't get no money. That money is froze. Now, and I never bank with Chase. I never bank with Chase Bank. You know what I think about them when I see that symbol? Look at the symbol real good. It looked like a Nazi sign anyway. So fuck them bitches. Chase Bank, fuck you with a big dick. A big black thick dick, bitch. And furthermore, what Chase also start doing is they start hitting my credit report, talking about I filed for a fucking credit card. I don't use credit cards. I don't use credit cards. I don't have no fucking unsecured credit card debt. I don't believe in it. Okay? So I didn't apply for this credit card, and I had to contact them, and I had to tell them, I don't know who doing it or who did it or where it came from, but you better fucking have it fixed. You need to call to contact the credit bureaus, and you need to take those fucking inquiries off my credit report. You bitches is mad. You bitches is mad. I ain't applied for no goddamn credit card. Fucking criminals. They aggy as fuck behind that Edwin Castro situation. Talking about some I applied for a credit card, bitch. I ain't apply for no fucking credit card. Fucking frauds. And I was immediately alerted about the new inquiry that went on my credit report. I was immediately alerted about that shit because I got credit monitoring systems on all my shit. I get immediately notified if somebody do something on my shit, and they gonna do that. They ain't nobody did that shit but they ass, cause they mad. They fucking mad. They fucking mad. I hope them Epstein victims drain them bitches.
You get divine messages from your ancestors, man, because you're so tapped in. They didn't want you to be tapped in. They wanted you to be scared of the spiritual realm, so you won't be able to be guided. So you always can be stuck in this matrix and shit. So you can be seeing things in front of your eyes instead of using this eye. See, the Most High said, don't trust what you see physically. Feel what you feel physically. But trust what you see mentally, though. That's the difference. They didn't want you to believe in the spiritual realm because they didn't want you to be able to get in contact with the spiritual realm to help you manifest your reality and also see these fake-ass doppelgangers for who they are. That's why they wanted to say, you crazy. You crazy, sis. You crazy, bro. You delusional. You know what I'm saying? They want to make everybody think that you crazy the whole time. You are so in tune. The Most High chose you for these gifts because you are a difference maker. You're not like everybody else.
Credit for one thing. You have to give them credit. They're out in the open now. They're out in the open now. They're not even trying to conceal it anymore. The owners of the country they got their election. They said, we're going to get this election. We put you people in that court for a reason.
All right,
Now's
back
the time
to earth for you now.
Yeah, forget all that stupid. Will you? They're out in the open. They're openly driving the bus, and we're all in the back.
There is no national conspiracy to buy elections and control America. Now talk about back to earth.
You don't need a formal conspiracy.
Right.
When interests converge, these people went to the same universities and fraternities. They're on the same boards of directors. They're in the same country clubs. They have like interests. They don't need to call a meeting. They know what's good for them, and they're getting it. And there used to be 7 oil companies. There are now 3. It will soon be 2. The things that matter in this country have been reduced in choice. There are 2 political parties. There are a handful of insurance companies. There are about 6 or 7 information things. But if you want a bagel, there are 23 flavors because you have the illusion. You have the illusion of choice. Right. You don't get the real importance. There's no freedom of credit for one thing. You have to give them credit.
Understand.
Each family has a black sheep, aka the sacrificial lamb, meaning you were placed here to break the generational curses that were placed upon your lineage. Your oddness is what makes you great. Your journey will be a bit more complex. You'll go through many trials and tribulations that will break you down and force you to rebuild even stronger. Your very own family will often be your greatest obstacle. Keep your head high. Your breakthrough is in the horizon. Each family has a
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Please advise why you want my time. Why you playing games on my fucking phone? Why you mad at me? Cause I'm out here to handle mine. Every time I turn like I'm hearing this and that about this, that, you don't even wanna hate on me. You don't even wanna do me. Flex Bob and MDT test me. I'll sing you up shit creek. I'll have you mollywopped. I heard you want me star. Is it because I'm high and I look good at this TikTok? Tell me fucking why. You've been talking shit to Tina and Teresa and some bitch named Keisha. Tell me fucking why. I don't wanna have it.
Many people struggle with this common type of human being. Do-nothing bitches are vampires of other people's joy. Instead of living authentically, they feed off masking their true selves, doing nothing and criticizing others who actually put themselves out there. Do-nothing bitches can be highly manipulative. So here are some gold standard clapbacks when a do-nothing bitch starts with their bullshit. When they start to claim you're too much, offer them a mirror and tell them to look for less. Draw a diagram that identifies where your business is and where their business is to visually show them they're in the wrong area. remind them of the ancient proverb, to fuck around is to find out. And the more they fuck around, the more they're going to find out. So the next time you encounter a do-nothing bitch, hold your head high and know their obsession with you is masking their jealousy of your confidence, your freedom in your self-expression, and most importantly, your authenticity. And also, fuck them. They're toxic. Many people...
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.